Coming up on Valley News Live at 6, crews on the scene of a structure fire in Emerado, North Dakota.
A local loss prevention employee is getting credit for catching the person who police say vandalized the Moorhead Mosque.
And new information surrounding the resignation of a middle school teacher in Fargo. Valley News Live at 6 starts right now.
This is Valley News Live at 6.
We begin with breaking news from the northern part of the valley. Emergency crews remain on the scene of a fire that broke out about 90 minutes ago or so.
Our crew just arrived on the scene. We're efforting a live picture of what's going on. Now authorities are keeping people, including our photographer, at a safe distance from the structure that's burning. We were able to confirm that it's a house and that the people inside were able to get out safely. Let's listen in now to radio reports involving fire crews on the scene and a dispatcher.
Manville Fire, request for mutual aid from Emerado Fire for a structure fire. Structure fire at 1704 22nd Street Northeast. 1704 22nd Street Northeast. It is a grass fire that's now has the house fully engulfed. Residents and children are out of the home.
Once again, this fire we're talking about is in Emerado. We're working on a live report from our crew in just a few minutes, so stay with us.
New tonight at 6, a local loss prevention worker is getting major praise, credited with helping crack the case against a man accused of painting graffiti on a Moorhead Mosque Saturday night.
22-year-old Benjamin Enderle is behind bars at the Clay County Jail, booked on felony harassment and second-degree criminal property damage. He has yet to be formally charged. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley spoke with Moorhead Police today on the break in the case and how it all unfolded.
Just 24 hours after Moorhead police started investigating the hate graffiti spray painted at a Moorhead mosque, investigators received a call from a woman who works in the loss prevention office at Walmart.
Saying, hey, we found sales of red paint, and you had red paint we saw in your news release, so this might be of interest to you.
Chief Monroe says detectives on the case then poured through the store's financial transactions, which pointed them to this man, 22-year-old Benjamin Enderle.
And last evening, they were doing surveillance on the place and were able to catch him coming back to his residence. They apprehended him, they did a search warrant at his residence, and they interviewed him, and he confessed to the crime.
Monroe says he hasn't been able to thank the woman in person yet and says the department would like to give her some sort of recognition for her part in dramatically expediting the investigation.
That's a community member that's saying, I don't like what happened here, and I'm going to take it upon myself to try and help the police out here because I don't want this to happen to anybody else.
And as for the damage left behind at the mosque,
this is not who our city is.
Chief Monroe says he plans on attending a service this week, saying it's important everyone knows they're welcome and supported in the community. In Moorhead, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
Enderle is expected to appear in court tomorrow, where formal documents and more details of the case will be available. As for federal charges against him, the Clay County Attorney's Office says that they have not met with federal prosecutors yet and say it's unclear if they will or not.
There's more information tonight surrounding the resignation of a Fargo middle school teacher. John Rayan resigned over accusations of inappropriate conduct towards students. Valley News Team Stacy Van Dyke joins us now with more details. Stacy.
Andrea, Valley News Live checked in on his personnel file, and we found out this wasn't his first offense. Many students reported to the principal at Carl Ben Eielson that the social studies teacher had been touching female students' backs, arms, and shoulders, and moving their hair and making inappropriate comments. Those allegations were confirmed by an investigation carried out by the principal. There were other complaints against Rayan. In 2015, he was ordered to undergo counseling after spanking a student in front of another teacher. Then in 2016, he was placed on administrative leave after allegedly telling a student they were hot and making an inappropriate gesture. Andrea?
All right, thanks, Stacy. Rayan turned in his resignation days after receiving a letter from the district saying that he would be fired with cause.
We really had great weather to enjoy throughout today, and if you haven't spent time outdoors, do so. Let's check in with Hutch on tonight's conditions. Hutch?
Thank you, Mike. Good evening, everyone. We do have changes in the offing as a cold front is going to sweep away the 70s that we enjoyed today, but it hasn't arrived in the FM area yet. Take a look, though. Our Storm Team Skycam network keeping our eyes on the region. We do have clouds and showers pushing into the Devil's Lake Basin. that moisture welcome in that part of our area, as it's been very dry. Showers moving into northwest Minnesota, including northern Beltrami County and the Red Lakes area, extending down towards Jamestown and in parts of Nelson County once again. These showers to the west are moving eastward at 30 miles per hour and will continue their progress towards our area. There's a look at the current location of the cold front. You'll know when it moves through your area because we'll see winds shift from southerly to northerly as we go through the evening hours, and they'll come with a chance of showers. In Fargo, our chance of showers increases after 8:30 p.m. tonight. Much sooner in Grand Forks, as we've had a couple of showers already skirt your area, but the cold front still holding off to the north. We'll have details on the progress of our cold front. We'll talk about how long the cool air sticks around, and that weekend forecast still looking pretty fair. I'll have all those facts in a few.
Like the sound of that. Thanks.
A 13-year-old boy has been charged after a stabbing outside a school in Grand Forks. Police were called to West Elementary School on a report of a stabbing outside. A middle schooler was found at University Park with a stab wound and was taken to a hospital. The suspect and the victim know each other, and police found the suspect at a nearby home. He has been charged with aggravated assault. Fargo police are warning the community of a high-risk sex offender convicted of raping a 6-year-old girl. Police say 31-year-old Richard Staples is now living at Center Inc. at 123 15th Street North. Staples is convicted of raping the young girl in 2017 and raping an unconscious woman in 2014. Fargo police are asking for your help in identifying several people who are suspected in thefts, burglaries, or vandalism. If you have any information about the identity or whereabouts of the people on your screen, text Fargo PD your tip to 847-411 or submit your anonymous tip online. There's a photo gallery of more surveillance pictures on our website. Just head to valleynewslive.com.
COVID-19 vaccination data has been released in Clay County to show the vaccines given between age groups. Over 200 patients aged 16 and 17 and over 8,000 between the ages of 18 and 49 have received the first dose. Also receiving the first dose, over 4,000 patients between the ages of 50 and 64 and over 6,000 patients over the age of 65. Within the 72-hour window finally being suspended, CCPH staff can now provide vaccinations 7 days a week.
Numbers are down. We do get a pretty good response now for our second doses because we're pushing that out, the registration a week in advance. So that's really made a big difference too.
CCPH will administer 342 first doses and 300 second doses of vaccine this week. And if you're looking for options on where to get a vaccine, COVID vaccine of course, use our VNL vaccine tracker. You can find it on the homepage of our website or open your phone camera and point it to the QR code on your screen, then tap the link that pops up.
The Bison are in Texas this weekend to play Sam Houston State in the next round of playoffs. The game is on Sunday. Our pregame show starts at 1 in the afternoon on KX4, and it will take you all the way up to kickoff at 2. The game will be televised on ESPN.
Later on Valley News Live at 6, even if you don't like gardening, you're going to appreciate what one Minnesota man has been able to grow.
And temperatures today soaring into the 70s here as we started with sunshine down in the south and here in Fargo. But up north and down south, there was a little bit of low clouds and fog too to begin this beautiful day. I'll have details on a cold front moving through, and we'll look at that weekend right after this.
This is Valley News.